What's going on, guys? It's your boy BB27 here, and welcome to the top 10 ways that I think SML can improve his videos. So, yes, this is going to be another top 10 video. It's been a while since I made one, but this one's going to be a little bit different than us just, going through his old content and, ranking, what's the worst, best, overrated, anything like that. This one I wanted to make just because of the recent amount of bad content Logan's been putting out. And, I mean, this kind of ties in with my last video, if you guys watched it, the dark age of SML, where, I kind of talked about just all the problems going on in the bad videos. So yeah, I put together a list of 10 different ways and, things that Logan can do or add to hopefully improve his content going forward. So yeah, we're just going to hop into number 10. Alright, so number 10 is less filler. This one may be an obvious one, and I know a lot of people always bring up filler in SML, but I just wanted to put this one right away, just to kind of talk about it, go into it a little bit more. So essentially, if you somehow don't know filler, it's just basically these scenes in the videos that add nothing to the plot. So they kind of just go on and ramble off into, nothing, right? Or the arguments kind of drag on longer than they need to. And Logan just spends so much time doing stuff he doesn't need to hit 10 minutes. But I seriously think if he just stopped doing the filler and just try to add more stuff that would relate to the plot, at least then the video would feel more like the video, right? Like, you'd be getting more out of the title that you clicked on, thumbnail, it'd be relating more. But most of the time, Logan just adds in a bunch of random stuff and drags on arguments and, random scenes, like with Ronald McDonald, to the point where most of the videos nowadays are just the filler. You're getting way more filler than you're getting actual plot stuff. It's getting so bad to a point where, some of these videos, it's like you forget what the video is supposed to be. And if Logan could just figure out a way to, include some new scenes that would relate to the plot a little more, and just do more with the plots that he has, which I know most of these plots he thinks of in 2 seconds, but it can't be that hard to be like, okay, well, we can still get to 10 minutes, but with stuff that actually relates what's going on. You don't need to drag on the arguments, you don't need to drag on certain scenes. It gets frustrating very fast, and it makes the videos very boring. So yeah, take out the filler, or at least try to cut back on it. I mean, I understand filler is always going to be a thing, but, if he started cutting back on some of this, it could improve the videos a lot. So yeah, moving on to number 9. Alright, for number 9, I have add more characters, right? Or just use more characters in general. A lot of the time, Logan resorts to always using the main cast, which is fine for the most part, but it gets really boring and repetitive sometimes. You're always going to be seeing Marvin, Jr., Jeffy, Rose, Brooklyn Guy, especially Brooklyn Guy, and just gets kind of repetitive and stupid. He needs to start adding in some more characters, whether they're new characters or they're just ones that we don't see very often, like Shrek or Woody, which I know he's kind of tried to bring back Shrek, but even when he does, it's for a little one-off scene, and it's just he doesn't do a lot with the characters that we don't see. And I wish he would just try to expand on that. Even people like Cody's parents, we don't even see them often. I remember back then we used to see them more, and now we don't really see them. Or Dougie, or it's just some characters like that where you just never see them anymore, and they don't even feel like they're characters anymore when they do show up. They show up for such a brief minute, and then they're gone again. And it sucks because he's always resorting to the same characters. And I get it, some of these characters are very loved, but it'd be nice if most of these videos, would also include different characters that you're going to get to see. At least add a little more variety to the videos than just the same old. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is for this one. Moving on. Alright, so now for number 8. This one is new locations, or just ones that we don't see very often. So yeah, I want Logan to start experimenting more with just the locations of the videos. This is another one that I know a lot of people want as well. It's always the same old stuff, it's always a red couch all the time. The red couch is the most overused location ever in all of SML. And then if it's not that, it's the kitchen, or maybe they go to a bathroom scene or something, maybe. It's usually only stuff in the house, and if they're outside, it's oh, well, that's maybe a couple videos a year they go outside. And I just wish they would do that more often, even if it's literally just outside of the house doing something in their backyard. I feel like they could genuinely make more interesting videos. Like, I know sometimes in the Hucker Du episodes, they like tend to go outside, and I wish Logan would do that more often, or just like go to like different places. You know, it happens, but it's not often enough to a point where it's like, oh, well, you know, like, it's always the red couch all the time. So when you get to see an outside scene, it's like, oh my god, it is such a breath of fresh air, you know? And I wish Logan would do that more often. I wish he'd just like literally just go to the woods, or like go to like a store, or go to even a mall or something like that. And I know a lot of the reason Logan doesn't do this is because of noise and stuff like that, but he's made it work a lot in the past when he has done it. So I don't see why he can't just do it more often and do more different ideas. He's missing out on a lot of potential just by not exploring different locations, you know? So yeah, that's number 8. Moving on. Alright, number 7 is more jokes. I think Logan really starts to need he needs to start upgrading his jokes a little bit. He needs to start upping his game, because a lot of these characters always just have the same old jokes all the time. You know, Jeffy's always doing the same few things that he's always done, and it's just getting to a point now where, okay, yeah, maybe back in 2018 that was okay, because some of these jokes were a little more fresh. But now we're in 2024, and we're still getting to see some of those old school jokes, but that's not like a good thing. I think Logan should have way more jokes for all of these characters. Even just characters like Marvin, Rose, you know, especially people like Brooklyn Guy need more going on than just, oh, like Brooklyn Guy lies all the time, or talks shit about his wife, or tells a story like a Nintendo animation. Like, those get so annoying. And it's just the overall humor of a lot of these characters is just always the same stuff. It's so predictable. You know Cody's always going to make a gay joke, right? You know Junior's always going to make a dumb joke and be the dumb character. And I get it's part of their personality, but I wish Logan would just expand a little more and add a couple more jokes that differ from that. Because I think, seriously, like, that would improve the videos a lot and just make them more funny. Because that's still the overall point of SML, is to be funny. So when you're lacking on jokes, that's kind of a problem. So yeah, just add more jokes. I think it would improve a lot. Moving on. Alright, the next one is it's about the schedule. So it's cut back to 2 videos a week, or at least 1 video a week. And I know this is one that literally everybody wants Logan to do. Like, I've seen, you know, just haters, fans, absolute glazers, like, everyone came together at one point and begged Logan to cut back to at least 2 videos a week, right? And I know I already made a whole video about this months ago when he made his vlog talking about it briefly, but his response was very poorly done, and it didn't really justify, like, what people were asking for. It didn't justify, like, him overworking himself, basically. Like, Logan always overworks himself to an unhealthy amount, and he puts all these limits on himself and these deadlines that he just doesn't need to do. And if he had simply cut back to at least 2 videos a week, or 1, this would allow him more time to think about the plots, add, you know, get those scenes that would have less filler, maybe, you know, think of something new he could do with the video, rather than rushing to get the video out all the damn time. And, you know, instead of just thinking about it for a little more, and then maybe he could get a new scene in his, you know, brain and be like, hey, let's add that in there, right? Because I notice whenever Logan has a little more time with a video, it tends to be better. Even just a little more time, it always tends to be better. Especially back then, he used to have more time with the videos and actually put more thought into them. Sure, it wasn't perfect, but it was better than 3 videos a week where he's like constantly just pumping these out, and you tell they're just so, you know, rushed and filler heavy, and it's just, this whole schedule stuff is still a problem, and it's just sad that he doesn't really understand, you know, why people want him to do this. So yeah, I made a whole video about this back in March if you want to go watch that, but that's just this one, not much else to say. So yeah, moving on. Alright, the next one is less sponsorship / ads. So this one is a pretty small one. I know this wouldn't, like, you know, make the videos insanely better if they were gone, but this one's more, like, personal for me. I get so annoyed of the sponsorships and ads all the time in the videos, and they're just so common now, especially over this last couple of years, to a point where it does kind of hurt the video sometimes. Some videos were a lot better, you know, without them, but the videos with them, it's like, okay, these scenes kind of drag on, and it makes you just forget what's going on, and it's like, the sponsorships always drag down the videos for me a little bit. They're very annoying, they're very in your face, and I get it, it's an advertisement, but he could just move them to the end of the video. right? Like, I feel like, you know, I get it, he wants people to buy stuff, but just move these sponsorships to the very end of the video after the SML question, or, you know, kind of like what he does sometimes, right, with the Jeffy U2s, but then, like, sometimes he's just like, oh, Cody shows up, and he's like, hey, download this game, or, like, Timmy shows up that one time, hey, buy the U2s. It's like, no, you could just do this at the very end of the video after everyone saw the plot, right? He shoves this in the middle of the plot and breaks, you know, the immersion of it and breaks the flow of it, and it gets all weird, and it's like, I don't want to watch this anymore. It kind of sucks. It doesn't completely ruin the video necessarily. That's why I'm not trying to complain about it too much here, but it is annoying, and I wish these sponsorships would be changed or moved around, right? Like, they just get annoying. So, yeah, that one's pretty quick, you know, not much to say there, but it does get annoying. So, yeah, moving on. Alright, the next one is base videos around different characters. So this isn't one I see a lot of people mention as much, but this is something I've always wanted Logan to do more, is instead of just doing the typical, oh, Jeffy's this, or Junior's that, or even the Brooklyn guy videos, I would love Logan just to do more videos based around characters you don't get to see as much. Not even like talking about the Cody videos, because those always end up just being the Junior videos or Cody torture, and those kind of get annoying. But like kind of like what he did with Homeless Makeover, that's like the biggest example I can give, where it wasn't really based around anyone. It was more of just a variety of characters, and like characters like Penelope and the homeless dude, right? Like I wish he would just base videos around characters you don't get to see as much, even like a Simmons video, or like, you know, Karen video, Rose video, you know, just something like that where it's a little more creative and it's based around a character who never gets their own videos. And I know the #1 hate comment on this video is gonna be, oh, well, Logan can't do that because it won't get the same amount of views as Jeffy and Junior. But he's fucking pumping out 3 videos a week. You're telling me he can't make one of those videos a week a video that isn't just Jeffy Jr., or Brooklyn guy, right? It'd be cool to see like Penelope, or I don't know, I'm forgetting the characters because he always uses the same people. Marvin even. I remember Marvin's Job, right? Like when he was working for Goodman. That was such a cool video because it was completely based around Marvin and, you know, some of Goodman too. And we just don't get those as often, and whenever those happen, they're always usually better than the base videos. So I just wish he would just make the main episode around somebody else instead of just the same old people all the fucking time. So yeah, that's my more like a really personal rant from me, but yeah, moving on. Alright, so this next one's going to be a little bit of a hit or miss for some people, but I think it's worth a try. Next one is take some fan ideas and maybe even expand on them, right? Because I don't see Logan doing this enough, and whenever he does do it, it's very rare, and it's usually not one of the better ideas. Now, the reason I said it's going to be hit or miss is because I understand a lot of the SML fan ideas are horrible and like very like just nonsense and just stupid and cringy and just weird. Like a lot of the videos that you fans give, you know, tend to be just like, oh, you know, Jeffy's Riz and stuff like that. Just ridiculous videos that he shouldn't be making. But every once in a while, you get a video, like a fan idea, that's genuinely amazing. There's like a lot of time travel plot lines I've seen, some stuff that's connecting to the past, which I know Logan probably doesn't want to do. But there's a lot of like interesting ideas, or even just videos, kind of like the baseball game, I think it was called, where they, you know, got a bunch of characters together to do something. And I've seen a lot of fan ideas that are similar to that, getting a bunch of characters together, and it's not really based around anybody, it's just based around one main goal. And I just wish Logan would take these fan ideas and actually do something with them. I see other channels doing it, you know, Cable 10 does his stuff, SML YTP does their stuff, but yeah, SML, it's like a lot of the fan ideas just get kind of, you know, ignored completely, and it gets kind of annoying. I wish, you know, he would just do this more often. I feel like it could improve the videos, or at least make for some more interesting ones. So yeah, moving on. Alright, the next one is Bringback Series. This one's actually something I know a lot of people want. I want it so badly. And yes, before you say anything, I know Logan's done Jeffy Ball Z. But even then, he only makes an episode maybe once a year at best, and it's kind of sad. Like, I wish he would just bring back series, like, do a bunch of different series again like he used to be doing. Just because the plushies are gone doesn't mean the series have to be gone too. He could totally be making interesting series based around certain characters like Marvin, or even if he wants to do Brooklyn Guy, he could do something with Brooklyn Guy where he gets fired from all his jobs and has to, almost like a Chef Pee Pee quit sort of thing. He could do that with Brooklyn Guy, right? And that's not not the best idea ever, but it's something. Or just do more series. Maybe it's like Junior and his friends going on an adventure, and you know, it's like some dark fantasy type shit, and they're like medieval times. You know, just something crazy that he's never done before, but it makes for like a nice 5-part series, 4-part series. Even it could be a short series. Like, doesn't have to be anything crazy. I just wish Logan would do more interesting series videos. I know he kind of doesn't do it either, because he, you know, one time he mentioned, oh well, I don't want to be uploading part 3, and then most people haven't seen part 1 or 2. But like, Logan, your fans are not that stupid. I mean, at least most of them are not that stupid. They can go to YouTube and search up the name of the series and find all the episodes in order. They don't need to, like, just because it's uploaded like after a while and it's part 3 or part 6, like, you know, they can find part 1, 2, 3, 4 like leading up to that, right? Like, I think it's such a stupid like thing, I feel like, to say, because it just doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I would love more new series from Logan, not just like Jeffy Ball Z. Like, no, like, do like I said, something with Junior and his friends going on a journey to go save something or get something. Like, it could be something as stupid as like, there's like a chest with, you know, gold in it, and they go on like a pirate journey, or they go on like a, I don't know, do like a castle and like fight dragons and shit. I don't know. Just do more series, Logan, please. It would improve your shit. All right, moving on to the last one. All right, for the last way of Logan improving, I have improved the experimentation overall in the show. So this one, mainly, I just want Logan to just try new stuff. Like, don't be scared of changing the beginning of a video, or, you know, even the ending of a video, or something, you know, the overall video. Just experiment more, do videos that, even if it may not get a lot of views, it's something, you know, completely new, right? And I know this could be kind of similar to some of the other stuff on this list, but this one really is just talking about him just changing up stuff that you normally wouldn't change. Like, instead of a news segment to start the plot, do something else to start the plot. Instead of the beginning being Jeffy smacking Mario on the head with a toy, have the beginning be like Marvin's already chasing Jeffy out the house, and it feels like it's already going in the video, and it's like you're more interested in what's going on, right? And then explains why that was happening. Just don't be afraid to change the normal sitcom flow. Just change it a little bit and experiment sometimes. You know, add in stuff that you wouldn't normally see or think that a character would do, but don't like ruin the character like you've been doing. Just do, you know, new stuff that he's never done before. Just like shock the audience a little bit with a different beginning. I just feel like that even just something as small as that would make the videos more interesting and would help improve the quality overall. Just do more experimental stuff, basically. So yeah, if you guys like my list, I know it wasn't perfect, but I think these are a lot of the big things that I see everyone talking about and suggesting for Logan to do. A lot of this stuff is stuff that I personally want a lot. Some of it really bad, some of it, you know, not as much, but I think all of these can improve Logan in one way or another. And hopefully somebody sends this to him, he sees this. I doubt that's gonna happen, but I know at least you guys will see it and hopefully be able to be like, yeah, you know, like, I want this too. So yeah, that's about it. Let me know what you thought about this list in the video, and let me know what you want to see that you could think Logan could improve from, right? Or what he could do. So yeah, that's about it. Peace out and stay lit. Take care.